Hello, everybody.
Hi.
This is a historic day because we are launching season 5 of our historical Grace subscription. Can you believe it, Christopher?
I'm like holding onto my seat. It's
I know.
So exciting.
Isn't it so exciting?
I can't believe the day is finally here.
The day is finally here. So I do have a little bit of a frog in my throat. I've been dealing with a little bit of congestion. So bear with me as we do this wonderful, exciting video. But I really wanted to be in it. Christopher offered to do it himself, which he would have done an amazing job. But I really didn't want to miss this moment.
I know.
It is such an important moment for us.
Everything always kind of comes back to Grace.
Yeah.
And to have another chance to show another collection through another season is like such a joy and a thrill and a privilege.
Right.
And it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
I'm glad that you're here.
My hormones are going crazy, and I'm already like sort of tearing up because it is such a big deal. Grace is what started it all for us.
Yeah.
She was our first Tonner doll with Robert Tonner. And again, I thought she would be a one-off, like I've said in many videos. And I fell in love with fashion dolls.
And so did you.
And so did you. And then that was the grounding point of the jumping off point of what our first one was in 2019.
Yeah.
And here we are in 2026 launching our 5th subscription with Grace. So she is my favorite doll that we carry. And I love everything about her.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
And this collection really highlights how gorgeous this doll is. We can get into all of that in a moment, but we all know why you're here.
Yes.
And
We gotta talk
for our brand new season opener for season 5 of the Grace Historical subscription. A Journey Through Time is back again.
I wasn't ready for it to end.
I know.
I was not
either. And like we said last season, we weren't sure whether or not it would be received the way that it was. And people obviously also really enjoyed it as much as we do.
They are receiving it.
Thank you. Welcome back.
We will be able to, if there's enough interest, we will be able to expand the subscription in about 5 months because we have clothing coming in that we could at this point increase the quantities. But our first 5 months is already locked in. It's already here at the shop.
Yeah.
So we are unable to expand, but we can a little bit later, which is good. On last season, we had all the clothes already in stock before we started.
Yeah. So we had
There was no way.
tight, a tight little knit
group
of people that could join. Luckily,
this is Whispers at Court.
Whispers at Court is one of the most incredible things. I realize it's not a competition, but like we continue to do things that I have not seen in the industry, and to do things.
I'll let you chat about this.
That even we haven't done. I mean, this is such an extraordinary garment. We have done lots of looking at different options and lots of fiddling with details and what have you. This came back as it is. Perfect, unchanged, untouched. Everything about this we fell in love with, and really, truly, the quality is unbelievable. The underskirt alone is a full, beautiful satin circle skirt that like catches light so nicely and photographs so beautifully. It's so full. I mean, you have a huge crinoline, of course, and then this overskirt trails on and on and on. I mean, it's breathtaking.
It's breathtaking.
You have a gorgeous jacket with the bow details, the lace, the trimming, the ruffles, and it is a corseted back, which will actually come laced to you as it is, to enhance the drama of the silhouette with the, oh my gosh, what's it called?
Bustle?
The bustle.
Well, they don't like to call them let's see. We got chastised for calling this a bustle because it's more of a butt pad.
To enhance
but I love the butt pad. The bustles are shaped differently. They're not just a pad of fabric. And they're made of different things.
Bustles can be
different.
Like a cage or something that's more structured.
Yes.
So technically it's a butt pad.
It's a butt pad.
For all inclusive purposes, it gives you the shape that a bustle would.
It does the job.
And to further dramatize that, the corseted back is actually, I found that if you give it a tug after you're done dressing her, it really brings in the waist and gives her this just really incredible silhouette. I mean, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 piece garment, to say nothing about this beautiful collar with that rosette on the side. It's unbelievable, you guys. What VDC continues to aim for and be able to accomplish blows even my mind. And now that you have all of your beautiful historical dolls and we're getting photos of your gorgeous dolls and all of your excitement coming back in the shop, I can't wait to see this collection that we have lined up on your existing new Graces, because it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, it is. And this is the Promise Grace, which is the one that we have been so excited about to highlight the Journey Through Time. But we also have our Wonderful Possibility and our Passion Graces, and they all look absolutely stunning in this outfit. This is, again, because we do add-ons, because we have volume, because there's a lot of reasons why we're barely able to do this.
Sure.
And it is just such a treat. If you had told me in 2019 that we would be launching a historical subscription with clothing like this, I would not have believed you.
Right.
I would not. I wouldn't think it was a possibility.
We hardly believed it last year.
When we saw it, it was just breathtaking. It still is. It's wonderful. So the name of the dress, Christopher was kind of chatting and I just interjected, but it is called Whispers at Court. And I think that is a really, really fun name for this outfit, and it is just beautiful.
It's so gorgeous.
It's a little bit of reimagining because we have to do that in doll clothing a lot of the time.
That's what the fun, I mean, I think that's what the fun is about.
Yeah.
Not that it can't be meticulous and sort of even hyperfixated and you know, museum quality or something, because that is glorious in its own right, and we do some of that. But it's about play, and it's about dolls, and it's about fun.
Right.
I have said for years that I really am not a big fan of blue, and this is like, this wins me over. It's so gorgeous and it's so fun. I think the whimsy and beauty of it is like so irresistible. You've got like 6 different shades of beautiful blue, and you have to appreciate it just for the gorgeousness of it, you know?
It's a vision.
Yeah.
You will walk into the room when you have this on your doll, and you will stop dead in your...
Yeah.
This has been in our shop since last July. When we went to UFDC, we brought the sample to UFDC, and every time I see it, I have a moment. Every single day.
Yeah. We had one of our very most wonderful customers, Diane, came to the shop last week. Hello, Diane. And she's always very quick to pay us compliments. She's very generous. And she was here shopping and spent some time with us and hung out. And this set was actually already constructed when she came. And she sort of twittered to me that she got a glimpse of it and was so excited that, you know, in person it's even prettier.
Yeah.
So
you're going to love it.
For, you know, fans that have been devoted and have been around for a while and they care, we have the stamp of approval of some of our most tried and true fans and customers. So if you're new here, you are spoiled rotten. Welcome to a perfect time.
Spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
So I wanted to chat a little bit about what is going to be happening for this season. We are I don't want to say throwing curveballs, but we do have things that are going to just knock you to your feet.
Sure.
Things that you're just going to absolutely adore. And we are spanning, our earliest outfit is from the mid 1500s, which I'm not sure when we're going to put that one.
Can you believe?
It might be our last one because it is the creme de la creme.
It's so extraordinary.
It's so extraordinary.
That I think it makes the most sense as a closer. But we're working with several very, 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 very old garments that we're trying to get in the works. So who knows? We're not exactly sure when it's going to come.
And that's one thing I wanted to touch on as well. So this one is around the mid 1700s. It's Marie Antoinette-ish style era. A lot of our garments, not a lot of them, but about half of them are still in production. And they are from different centuries, different decades at the very least, but a lot of them are from different centuries. And so they're not going to come in at the same time. So we have this one right now that's mid 1700s. And then our next one is a little bit later, Victorian era ish. But then our one after that is from the 1950s. Yeah. So we are reserving the right, which I hope you understand, because of the way that the clothing has come in, how long it has taken us to approve our samples and to get our things, that you might get something from the 1800s, and then the next month it'll be the 1930s. Sure. But it's a joyride. Sure. We're on a fashion joyride.
Yeah, it is still a journey through time.
Right.
You're just time traveling, you know, ping-ponging, you know, around.
They don't have to be chronological for us to have an adventure every month.
And it wasn't last year.
No, it wasn't.
And I found that to be very exciting. So if you are in for the experience of surprise and the experience of a treat, this I think is the epitome of surprise and treats. Yeah,
but keep your heart and mind open to know that we are going to be bopping around, which is totally fine. Everything that we have put in the subscription, we have analyzed, we have thought about, we have gone over and over and over and over, and we love each one. You are going to be receiving some fabulous things. 2 of the boxes will be extraordinary undergarments.
Oh my gosh, you guys are not ready.
When we're talking about fashion history and preserving fashion and looking at women's fashion over the years, the undergarments were incredibly important.
Oh my gosh.
And beautiful.
Quite literally the foundation of fashion.
Right.
And I think they are often understood as sort of overseen, sort of underappreciated element of fashion history. And I think one in particular I'm very, very excited about. We have details on that garment on the perhaps the second release of the undergarments that I've never seen on doll scale, and I think you guys are going to be really, really excited, really surprised.
Really surprised. It's a museum replica, and we had to go back and forth with Ruby Red to get. I'll drop a little Easter egg to get the clips right, and it's very, very cool. When women got dressed back in history, there was a whole city going on before they put on they put on the outfit.
Yeah.
And I think that is so fascinating and interesting because as women today, we put on a bra and underwear and our clothes and we're out the door.
Sure.
But these women, they wore layers and layers and layers. It is so interesting.
It's fascinating from a like socio-political standpoint too. If you think about like just the experience of being a woman and the experience of the obstacles you are presented with and the hurdles you are demanded to clear or told not to clear, and the ways in which maybe it's infrastructure that you are confined within that encourages you to stay docile. And some of these fashions really show the way that women's power and rebellion sort of overcomes that, and also speaks to the challenges that over time we are no longer held captive to. I just think it's a beautiful collection, and it spans, like you said, so many decades and so many centuries in a single collection. This is, I mean, such a phenomenal way to start the season, but just know that there are things that you are not expecting and you're going to love as the season progresses.
We think you will. Now, every box isn't going to be some big opulent gown like this.
Sure.
Again, some of them, they're all wonderful, but some of them will feel dialed back compared to something like this. But as they are lined up in the shop right now, and the samples that we have on our sample board, every time I look over to them, I think, that is so cool. I love that outfit.
It is amazing.
I love that set of undergarments. I love this.
Yeah.
So every single one of them is a conversation piece. And if you're in Doll Club or you're enjoying this with yourself, with us, you can always refer back to the videos and enjoy that garment over and over again as your collection expands. So
well, and the collection is all about diversity, and it's about eclecticism and sort of putting together things and maybe accruing things that maybe complement each other because they're different. I'll say something, perhaps contentious, that I wouldn't necessarily want 12 of these dresses.
Oh, yeah.
This dress is so phenomenal, but a collection is not necessarily strengthened by more of the same uniform thing.
Right.
I think what makes it interesting is when it's sort of, a menagerie of everything. And in some ways, this collection is a menagerie of many, many things.
It is a menagerie of many things. And the undergarments, too, are something that would be extremely hard to sew.
Oh
God bless Tamara Casey and like the things that she does.
Hi, Tamara,
but,
you're amazing.
Yes, and Tamara's coming up soon with her wonderful pattern. But to have them made just so beautifully with the right fabrics, I mean, it's just such a treat. So
Ruby Red always does.
Ruby Red.
A phenomenal
Slayed this.
Yeah.
So before we jump into the box, since we are talking about Tamara Casey, our wonderful friend and sewing guru, Tamara is going to be releasing a monthly pattern for us. We don't know exactly what she's going to do. She has been really brainstorming and thinking really hard about what she wants to do. She brought up some ideas of mirroring the antiquated fashion with a modern twist version of her pattern, which I think would be so cool. And she is also going to be doing more historically inspired patterns as well. So Tamara, you're amazing. Tamara did a fabulous pattern this month, and I love it because it works two different ways. It is called Regal Court. We're going to bring Tamara in to talk all about it, but Christopher, look at this. So you can do this, and then you can have a modern version.
Oh, that's so smart. And the fabric choice is beautiful, Tamara. I hadn't seen seen this before.
First time.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Very chic, very elegant, so sophisticated, so feminine. Genius. That's a genius idea. Tamara, you're a genius. That is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we're gonna quit keeping you on edge. So Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude is going to come in and show her pattern. So if you are in the subscription box, then you can download a digital version on your member website. We also send it by email We have a digital pattern subscription if you would like to buy that from us, or you can buy them just a la carte from Tamara Casey, and that is a great way to do it too. It's the Fletcher Pattern Company. But Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude, come on in and tell us all about your pattern.
Club Grace community, welcome back as we embark on season 5 of the Club Grace subscription program. This month we return to historical inspiration and an expansion of Grace Fitzpatrick's beautiful wardrobe. I am positive that season 5 will be filled with many twists and turns, but this month's pattern is right on theme, bringing to you a mid-18th century Rococo-inspired court gown. My beautiful Grace models have agreed to share with you different interpretations of the Regal Court pattern. The Regal Court pattern features an open front overskirt with a visible contrasting petticoat, a structured V-shaped bodice with elbow-length sleeves and decorative cuffs. The ensemble is embellished with rich gold ribbon and bow detail. The Rococo texture aesthetic featured large-scale scrolling motifs, metallic thread effects, and a high contrast between the solid fabrics and the pattern prints. I am extremely grateful and inspired to be part of Club Grace's historic adventure for season 5. I hope as we take this journey, the Regal Court pattern becomes one of the cherished additions to your sewing pattern collection. And as always, I can't wait to see what you make.
Thank you so much, Tamara Casey of Designs by Jude. We are thrilled with everything that you do to enhance the doll collecting world as a whole, sewing and teaching and doing your videos on YouTube and really showing people how to do it is so important.
She makes it so easy to participate.
Yeah.
She's so welcoming and so fun and warm and kind and open.
Yep.
To say nothing of her talent, she contributes a singular, one-of-a-kind thing to the doll world.
Yep,
So
she's awesome. Thank you, Tamara. Okay, so another person that contributes a tremendous amount to our doll world is Diana Vining, and she has the Paper Doll Shop. So if you Google Diana Vining or Paper Doll Shop, you'll see her website that offers wonderful products all of the time. I just love her greeting cards, and she has so many wonderful things. But she has also been the resident artist for VDC since 2019. And when I had this dream of doing a subscription box, I called Diana on the phone and I said, we're going to do a subscription box and it's going to have a monthly paper doll and a monthly story and a craft and an adventure. And I think it was later that day she was sending me concepts and sending me things, and she is always on the ball. She does everything just so beautifully and so thoughtfully, and I just love everything she does. Her art is hand drawn and it is wonderful. And so Diana Vining is going to be doing all of the art for our subscription box for Grace, as she always has. And we have, to start us off, we have some beautiful illustrations.
Is that not so gorgeous? To have Diana, to watch the subscription evolve through Diana's eyes is like a treat in and of itself. And seeing her depict season 5, I'm so excited about like what's to come. This is such a gorgeous headshot. She really does find a great way to sort of mirror the photography too. Like this feels like a snapshot of Grace. Maybe that would be sort of like cemented into the Journey Through Time book.
Yes.
Just a gorgeous, gorgeous depiction of her. And the detail, I mean, she missed no detail and has a really gorgeous expression of her. I love that she chose our Promise Grace, of course, with that hair. It's just a beautiful, beautiful drawing. And she always really has such a, like you said, thoughtful and tender touch to her work. She has done a lovely little fan.
I love this.
To join your subscription. So you can cut out a fan with Grace on it and create a little like, just a little.
Court, all the ladies had fans back then, probably because it was very hot.
Yeah. Well, of course, if you're wearing all these layers.
And the undergarments underneath the dress.
Right. 30 degrees outside and you're still sweating.
Oh, yeah.
So you need a fan. It's a necessary thing. You also get a beautiful little hair ornament, something to accessorize. And you could pin in the hair or use, flowers or all sorts of things you can tuck into the hair. It's a great, and of course her brooches. She always has such a great eye for detail. So Diana.
And there's a little case. And the little case says, fashion I am learning is a language on all its own. And it's a fan case. You can make your fan and put it in the little box.
Yeah.
Lots of beautiful things here.
She's very thoughtful, and her attention to detail never misses.
No. This will all come on cardstock inside of your box. including the illustrations. But our paper doll of the month is just, and there's 2 illustrations this month. But
Oh, that is so extraordinary. I love the basket. I love the corset. I love the boots. Everything about that is so beautiful. And that gilded showroom is like, that looks like actually Versailles. It's so pretty.
she always finds the best backgrounds.
So pretty. Her paper dolls really are something else. There's a reason why she has her own paper doll shop, you know?
For sure.
Beautiful. That face on Grace is so gorgeous. And yeah, like you were saying, this I hadn't seen yet. That is breathtaking. I love that illustration.
The illustrations are one of my favorite parts.
I mean, it shows all of the expression that a stationary doll really can show, even with minor adjustments. Like, this shows her as, like, coy and a little cunning and a little sophisticated. I mean, it's so beautiful. I love your work, Diana. Thank you so much for everything you do always. Beautiful contributions.
And this is the cover letter. I'm only going to read a little bit. There's a lot, and I had a lot to say because there's just so much that I wanted to talk about, and this is very personal and very special to me, and also something that we as a team have been working on. We are actually just started our concepts for season 4 of Elowin this week. So when we were working on this, we had this sample with us last July at UFDC. So by the time it gets to you, by the time it becomes on a video, sometimes it's something we've been working on for a whole year.
Yeah.
And that's something that is very special to us. So hello, dear friends. I can hardly believe we are beginning season 5 of Grace's journey through time. It feels both exciting and deeply meaningful to open this new chapter with you. We're starting the season with a gown inspired by gowns you might find on historical figures like Marie Antoinette. A silhouette full of bows, soft structure, and quiet drama. This is a garment we have been looking forward to releasing for a long time. There is something about 18th century court fashion that feels unapologetically present. It was designed to be seen, to hold space, and to quietly announce that a woman had arrived. I loved imagining Grace stepping into this world. This season will span centuries, from as early as the 1500s through the refined lines of the 1950s and 1960s. Along the way, you'll see everything from a Catherine Parr-inspired garment to a gown inspired by Charles Frederick Worth, the father of haute couture, to 2 sets of historically significant undergarments, which truly shaped fashion history. So I wanted to speak a little bit about Charles Worth because on our advertisement for this, did you see the advertisement? The beautiful advertisement. No. Christopher, our social media D, did the most amazing job.
As always.
Dee did such an incredible job. Look at this. I would.
Yeah.
So our advertisement for season 5 shows a Charles Worth gown. And Charles Frederick Worth, no one did it. No one did fashion like him. I've said that about other people. I've even said that about Madame Alexander. But truly no one did it like Charles Frederick Worth. So this is coming. This is currently waiting for its last revision, and then it will be in production. So we are very excited about this one. There was a couple comments of people, I know, hoping that this would be our first box, but it's not. It's coming, but it's not our first box. So that gives you a little bit of taste of what we're doing now. Is it going to look exactly like that? No, because we have to envision it to fit a 16-inch person, little 16-inch plastic person.
Yeah.
But we're getting pretty darn close.
I know. I mean, with the help of Ruby Red, we are always able to work miracles.
Yes. So I'm skipping over a lot, but I said this season is more than just about clothing. It's about structure, confidence, identity, and understanding how fashion shaped the way women moved through the world. I am grateful you are here for it. Thank you for joining us on this journey. I truly can't wait to see Grace and your collections unfold across time. So we are just very, very thrilled to be doing this. Now we have, instead of chapters from the book, we have things that are really fun. Now, Christopher came up with the concept of this. Can you share with our friends the concept of the letters?
Yes. So, if you recall, the way that last season ended was with sort of a big reveal for Grace that she had been sort of strung along on this journey with an empty book that was sort of magically transporting her back and forth through time. And at the end, she sort of develops a relationship with one of the people from the book. And she sort of appears to Grace and ushers her into a sort of history of women's fashion that now Grace is sort of a part of. Grace gets to participate as a contributor to women's fashion in this way. At the end of the season, the book sort of transforms into all of the empty pages that then sort of expose themselves to her, and she sees diary entries, and she sees letters and postcards and correspondences between all of the other women, the like noteworthy contributors to fashion through history, to each other. The book becomes this avenue for all of these women to develop relationships and to share these garments with one another.
Yeah.
And so as this season unfolds, each month you will get a new correspondence from a new character that's in the book. And maybe it presents itself as a diary entry, maybe it presents itself as a postcard, or as an entry that's been pasted into a book. And you can sort of see how all of these garments interact with each other and how they interact with Grace.
Yeah. And one of the things that I absolutely love, so you are going to receive letters dated from the 14th of May, 1768, and the 2nd day of June, 1768. And these are letters written in the prose and in the way that you would speak during that time in the 1700s. And they are also handwritten by Diana Vining. Isn't that so cool?
Oh, this just makes my heart sing.
I love it.
I think it's such an extraordinary touch to have Diana's actual hand scribed, you know.
I do
letters
too.
there. They're beautiful.
I know she can do a lot with Photoshop, so I'm sure if she made a mistake, she could probably fix it on her computer. But if I was writing these out, I would get about that far, and then I'd mess up, and I'd feel like I had to start over completely again.
Sure.
But they look so real because her
beautiful.
handwriting is just so perfect for this.
You can sort of see the feather quill sort of
Yes.
writing the letters. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous job.
So you're going to receive two letters from two women. One of the women gifts the dress to the other woman, and she talks about why she's gifting it, and then the other woman talks about receiving it and wearing it and how she felt.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool.
The other part, too, that I thought it was sort of important to retain was the characters from the previous season, season 4, were all fictitious, and it allowed for really effective, I think, immersion into the play and into the fantasy and into the learning. And each of these characters will also be, well, maybe with an exception or two, will all be fictitious characters that you can sort of develop a relationship with in some way. Even if they are just fleeting correspondences, I was hoping that this would feel nostalgic and sweet and comforting and warm and cozy while you have that month with the box, and you can enjoy the lore of that single month with the box.
Right. And if they are a real person that did exist in real life, the letters are fictitious because we're writing them. So one of the women might write to Charles Frederick Worth. Who knows?
Sure.
But it's
Catherine
not.
Parr might make an appearance.
Catherine Parr might, write a little,
We'll see.
write a little something or another. But we're writing them, and it's been a blast.
Yeah.
We have so much fun doing this and coming up with the concepts, and that takes half the time.
Oh,
really, it takes
really.
so much time, but it is so dang worth it. So we do have a pair of add-on shoes.
Yes, we do.
Which gal is wearing them?
She's got them on there.
She's got them on, okay. Oh, and Christopher has a pair.
So we have a really gorgeous striped blue pair of dressing heels to go with this ensemble, and I love how perfectly the leather on that heel coordinates with the colors of this dress. A really lovely little rosette on the toe. I love the stripe that goes about halfway up. A gorgeous little satin shoe that, of course, is made for Grace's foot, so it's a nice,
Grace's foot,
a
nice and
tall
big.
stiletto. They're beautiful shoes, and it really also speaks to the many shades of blue in the dress, so you can really play with many of them. You know, there's also really lovely bits of like jade and emerald and magenta that are in the paisley print. Very, gorgeously detailed, but we really are sort of drawing, emphasis and appreciation for those beautiful sort of aqua shades with these gorgeous shoes. So these will be in the boutique as add-ons for you.
Another thing that we're going to be talking about a lot more that could potentially start next month or the month after is we do have 6 Lacy dolls coming from Robert Tonner.
Yes, we do.
Isn't that exciting?
Lacy is coming to the doll shop.
Lacy's gorgeous.
I love that face.
Such a beautiful face.
That sculpt is really phenomenal. And conveniently, for Grace fans, if you don't
The
know,
clothing fits.
she shares a body with Grace.
Yeah, not the same. She has a more nipped in waist,
Just a little bit.
bigger bust,
Yeah, longer neck.
longer neck, but for the most part,
The clothing fits her.
the clothing fits.
Yeah.
So you can have, Lacy has her own backstory, but Lacy could be a friend, she could be a cousin, she could be an aunt,
Sure.
she could be a lot of different things in Grace's world.
Yeah, she's a recipient or a gift, giver or receiver maybe of one of these fashions.
Yeah.
The whole thing about doll play is like we can have a concept and a structure and a world and a universe that we are immersed in that we can share with you, but at the end of the day, the dolls are for you to enjoy, and however you enjoy them, however they speak to you, however they pull at your heartstrings and make you feel or think is the entire point. And so we are in, no position or no interest to interrupt that. We're here to help facilitate that. If you want to create a backstory for Grace that we do not, or for Lacy, or for anyone else, that's for you. They're your dolls. Enjoy them.
Exactly. Just because we're putting out historical garments right now doesn't mean Grace is a historical figure. Mm-hmm. We put out lots of modern garments. We just put out the bar suit. So I don't know if you want to call that vintage, but because vintage is sometimes skewed as the 80s or 90s, but
sure.
To me vintage is sure. Still going to be 50s, 60s. How does it feel to you?
That's a can of worms.
I know.
I'm determined to die on. I think, without getting into it,
yeah.
I think people underuse the word retro, which I think would apply to things like the 80s.
Oh, for sure.
I think retro is more recent, where vintage is further away from the present, and then antique is a century. I think we need to bring back the word retro because it's specifically a way to describe something that is more contemporary than vintage but is not current.
Right, not current.
It's different. I think now 60 years, 70 years feels properly vintage.
Yeah.
I would even say 50 years is debatable, but the 80s, anyone calling the 80s vintage, we're not doing that.
You might be breathing a sigh of relief that we're not putting out anything from the 80s in this series. I think the latest we go is the 1960s. Uh-huh. But there was some really fun 80s fashion, but that's not where we're headed right now.
Unless we have like an overwhelming demand for leg warmers.
Yes.
Let us know if you miss the 80s.
We've done that. So moving on. All of the looks are going to be so just beautiful. Yeah. Like the bar suit is not something I would wear to, where would the bar suit we would both wear. I would wear that. I would love to wear that.
That is such an extraordinary piece that it really, that is one that I would say demands a particular special occasion.
Right. That's not for Target.
Like if I had the opportunity to wear the bar suit, it would be like the Met Gala,
Yeah.
Like that's that, and then it goes into like a, temperature controlled museum, situation when you're
for sure.
Yeah.
But all the garments that we are going to put out do have historical significance or historical look significance. So if we're designing it from scratch, it is still going to be very much the vibe of the 1930s, the 1940s. Oh, the 40s one I'm really excited.
So excited about the 40s.
Yeah, there's a lot, and we're working very, very, very hard behind the scenes, and we will continue to put out lots of fun fashion. So once the Lacys get here, we will put out one Lacy a month to complement the subscription. And we are also working on other fashions on the side and as add-ons and as usual.
Yeah.
So
a full docket over here at BDC, and like I say a lot these days, you know what's going on in the world, and we don't need to spell it out too hard. Thank you for all of your patience.
Yep.
As samples come in at different times, as dolls have come in at different times, the production and distribution of doll goods right now is a challenge.
It's a challenge.
And you guys have been so wonderful, and all of your enthusiasm, keeps all of this possible.
And as always, thank you so much for buying our things. We know that we put out a great product at a very, very, very good price considering what's going on in the world and how challenging it is to stay in business at all. But you have not made that challenging for us, and we appreciate that so much. We're working on things to do next year, so we are planning very much ahead.
Yes.
And we have to, but it's not, we're here to stay. So thank you so much for everything. And by the time I don't know if I'm going to be in next month's video. I hope so, but it might be Christopher and Tamara. And thank you so much in advance. No, I want to say thank you so much in advance. I know you can absolutely do the video without me. I came today because I have the frog in my throat and everything, and I almost didn't, but I wanted to be in it so bad. But I know there's going to be times coming up where it's just not possible for me. Yeah. So I really appreciate the team for rallying and doing this, and everyone working together. As this airs, I'm 34 weeks pregnant. So, and you can naturally go into labor anytime after 37 weeks.
Yeah.
So the clock is ticking, but thank you so much for letting me also be a a mama and to almost 2 children, and also be running a doll shop and doing all the things. This is why it's so emotional for me, because I do a lot as a woman, and I have to be really strong, and I have to be really strong-willed and really focused in order to make it happen. And a lot of these women did the same thing.
Yeah.
So it means a lot to us. So we hope that you love this box. We're going to begin shipping right away, and the add-on heels will be available in the Grace Boutique following the video.
Thank you, all of you, so much. Round of applause for all of our customers for everything
Yep.
you do for us.
For Paul and Antonia,
Oh my gosh.
working to get out all the shipping.
Night and day.
Thank you so much.
It's been very busy around here, so
Yep.
thank you for waiting for this. It's worth the wait. When you get this, I mean, in person, give it a steam, give it a press, give it whatever. It's a good one for steaming, but out of box is so beautiful, and will give you a really gorgeous first impression for how to start this season.
We didn't even talk about the box, and I'm not going to go into it like crazy, but it has Marie Antoinette's bedroom, which I think that is so fun.
Yeah.
We have 5 different designs for this season, and they're all just really great. They're all going to be a surprise, and you're going to love them all. So we hope you enjoy your boxes and your fashions and your all the trimmings. So from our dollhouse to yours, thank you so
Happy
much.
season 5.
Happy
See you
season
soon.
5. Bye.
Bye.